Hi kids, and welcome to week 6, I know, week 6 already, of STEAM. And today we are going to be talking about rock tumbling as a hobby, but also how it works and why it works and how long does it take it to work. So first we're going to talk about rocks. When you go out and you're on the beach and you find a smooth rock, do you know how long it took that rock to get smooth? It takes hundreds, in some cases thousands of years. That little rock being tossed around in the water with all that sand and grit that's already naturally in the water. Now, because we're in modern times, we have figured out a way of doing it in a lot faster way, and it's called the rock tumbler. And what happens is you get a pack of rocks that look like this. They're very dirty, they're very dull, and kind of blah. And then you get 4 packs of grit. And you put your little rocks in here, and you put a little water in there, and then you put your grit, and then it tumbles for 8 days. So then you go, oh, I gotta rinse all those little rocks off, and you know what you have in there? You have sludge, very messy sludge that you have to take outside and dump. So then you have your second group of grit, and that takes another 8 days. So you have 4 sets of grit, and each one takes 8 days. So this isn't a fast project. In fact, it took quite some time. But when we were all done, without adding anything other than what was in the kit, now you can go and there are machines you can get that will actually add polish to your rocks. You can see that we have some that have like glitter on them. Some of these, if you take them out in the sunlight, they shine up real nice. I think that it was really interesting to see the results of what came out of the rock tumbler. A rock tumbler, the one that the library has, is like $64. And if you were really into rocks and you were really super patient, this could be a fun hobby. But here's the thing. Luckily, we've got one that has a rubber tumbler. But there are other models out there that have plastic tumblers. Now you have to remember, this thing is running for 8 days. It's not quiet. And it would be a lot noisier with a plastic tumbler. I just want to add that in there in case you're even thinking about using this as a hobby. It was fun, and it was an interesting experiment. The grits really did change, and it was fun when we opened them up to see what kind of sludge that we had. I didn't save any of the sludge for you to see because it was pretty awful. I would recommend, if you do try to do this, you should do it outside because it was very, very messy. But it was also very interesting. Now, I did not look up what each one of these little rocks were, but I know you can get different kits that have different rocks and different types. This was supposed to be the jewel kit. It's very interesting. So I'm going to leave it up to you if this is a hobby that you might think you'd want. If you're patient and you're really into rocks, I think it's very interesting. Would I do it again? I'm not sure. But what I have been curious about is if I got a baggie, maybe I could make ice cream in it. So that may be a future video that we might do. We might try to make ice cream with our rock tumbler. But of course we'd have to put a baggie in there because after we used it for rocks, I don't think we want to eat out of it. So I hope you're enjoying these STEAM videos as much as I am doing them, and I hope you're having a fun school year.